Back at it, a little more Starfield. Handing some of those extra side quests, I call them, so we can kind of get our level up and maybe even find a new spaceship. Streaming over on Twitch and Kick. Over on Twitch, I'm CryptoStroXD. Don't forget to throw a follow over there. If you're over on Kick, CryptoStro is my username. Please do give me a follow there. If you happen to be watching this over on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's continue on with our little adventure.
I hear Constellation has been collecting a ton of new things, ancient things. Do you think people are starting to notice?
So I remember now what the mission is. We are working on some of the what was it, the Crimson Fleet stuff. So let's see here. Bring back evidence. Audio logs, 6 logs would be especially helpful. And ooh, okay, yeah. So we're gonna do this. This is Brittle proof. Well, let's start with this. We'll go to the other one next. Meet with Nevaeh. Go. Let's do it. Thinking about adding a different game into my streams a little more regularly. Dropping some frames here.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
Are you sure? Are you sure? That's what I thought.
Better to stop here than down on the surface of Suvorov.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely dropping some frames.
All right, Jazz. What do you
Probably
got?
need a reboot.
According to the latest, the ComSpike is being developed at UC Star Station SY920. Location undisclosed.
Undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jemison. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements. All right, Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis.
New Atlantis.
Your connection is Huan Daiyu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
Don't worry. We know how to deal with her type.
Should I expect trouble?
You're in the fleet. You should always expect trouble. As far as
I'll
Huan
take it.
goes,
Stupid question.
even though she's one of our newer contacts, you shouldn't have any problems dealing with her.
Premium smuggler.
Definitely. We're talking cargo depots, star yards, research stations, and, like in SY-920's case, military outposts. I've never seen someone new to the game have so many contacts. It's the reason we let her join up in the first place. I don't know how she accomplished that. We've been trying to crack some of those places for years.
She feels like she's a spy.
I sure hope so. She might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Huan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the ComSpike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
idea?
I have no idea. Like Neva said, it's a prototype, so it could look like anything. Once you're inside SY-920 and you're behind their firewalls, you should pick through their computer system. With any luck, it'll point you the right way.
Oh, and one more thing. SY-920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it.
All right.
She's got the clout to get you in the front door. They're gonna think you're part of a regular supply delivery. Beyond that, you and Huan are gonna have to put your heads together and come up with a plan.
All right.
Perfect.
Understood.
That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Huan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Oh, okay. You'll make sure. More like, get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that ComSpike in your cargo bay.
Okay.
The Crimson Fleet made contact with her about a year ago. We were searching for a smuggling connection in UC space, and her name kept popping up repeatedly, so I decided to put her to the test. Not only did she pass, but the results were off the charts. Made us both a ton of credits. That was good enough for me. Beyond that, I don't know much about her. But hey, as long as she keeps my gal bank account humming, she can keep all the secrets she wants. I'm gonna leave that up to you, Rook. If you get into deep trouble and you think bringing her into the fold is gonna make the difference, tell her whatever you want. At some point, Delgado's gonna be promising everyone their cut of Kryx's legacy. If we want him to stick with the fleet, it's inevitable. But until the money's within reach, the less people that know, the better.
Okay.
Hit me up if you got questions.
I'm just wondering, out of curiosity, if I use her computer, don't want to know if I got a few extra grease monkeys to help maintain things around here. I told them any more would just get in the way. I don't mean to sound arrogant. I just know my bandwidth is thin, and no one else can do what I can do. I don't trust the new mechanic to understand how we've kept the station together with vacuum tape and baling wire. There's just too much tribal knowledge. The same goes for the ships. The Estrella. I knew I was going to get myself into when I joined the fleet, but it was always my skin on the line, so I could handle it. No biggie. This is different. Nev says she loves this. Being a pirate in her region de toi. I think that's how you say that. So the best way I can keep her safe is by working on her ship. But Put nut, bolt, and wire on the Australia. I've hooked up these two. I hooked up with these two hands, and as insurance, I've put in something extra to keep her out of harm's way. Knowing all this helps calm the nerves a little, but not completely. Now I know why Mom gave me this toolbox. The day I said goodbye, I went to ask her if the worrying has gotten easier, but I already know the answer. Interesting. That makes me feel like that there's more going on.
If you want to stay under the radar, I've got just the thing.
Yeah, how did you want to break it?
Truth is, the fleet rescued me. Of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if they hadn't blown up the ship I was working on. Delgado plucked me out of space and brought me to the Key. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after, he offered me a permanent spot with the fleet.
Yeah, what's the deal with you two?
Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas.
Okay.
She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's just looking out for her own. There's no one better to have your back.
How do you think Jasper Kryx in time?
You mean way back then? Before the tech was available to create something like the ComSpike? That's a good question. I suppose he might have been able to acquire the actual transponder cipher from someone within Galbank. Unfortunately for us, I'd bet a bottle of Bog's finest that those records are buried somewhere out of our reach.
Okay.
Take care of your ship, she'll take care of you.
I'm curious though now. Like, are there other computers here?
UC will never crush the fleet. They'd have to catch us first. What are you looking at?
Oh, research lab. I need to do some of this stuff. Black. Okay. More black crap. Blacked. Oh, I need outpost engineering now. What about this? Okay. Yeah, I need more stuff for the research. Yeah, son of a gun. Weapon engineering wing. Okay. Wait, I feel like there's something I missed. Here we go. There we go. I knew there was something. No research in progress. Okay. Alright, so there was something I still needed to do with it. So I at least completed that.
As long as you put the fleet first, we won't have any problems.
So I'm curious now though, is there stuff sitting around that's basically evidence for me to bring in? You know what I mean? While being here on the Key. No one seemed to care that I took that digipack. So I'm going to wander around quick before I head over to Jemison. What's with all this, these credits just lying around? Control rod, soil box, symmetric cube. Explorer space helmet. Like, I could take that and just sell it. Hey, Gameplay Boy. 2222. Thanks for stopping in over on Kick.
Where did your stellar rise to infamy begin?
In the streets of New Atlantis. No parents, no godparents. Just a homeless punk kid robbing whoever he could for the credits.
Were these violent crimes? Murders?
I'm a bit offended you even asked that question,
It's from Jasper
Gail.
Kryx.
Sure, a few people here and there walked away with injuries, but I'm not some kind of butcher.
That doesn't sound as heartless as your reputation would imply.
Well, like I said, I was just a kid.
Were you ever caught by the authorities in New Atlantis?
Oh, dozens of times. But I'd just give them a fake name, or they just slap me on the wrist and send me on my way. They obviously didn't think that I'd amount to anything and didn't want to waste their time with rehabilitation.
What changed that? Was it the robbery in 2218?
2218. Oh, yeah. The Galbank archives. Very good, Gale. I see you've done your research. That would be when I rounded up a few of my buddies and we knocked the place over. Made off with a ton of credits. My first big score.
Is that why the Crimson Scar decided to bring you into their ranks?
That's right. They brought me in, taught me the ropes, and I did crimes for them for 5 years. Till I decided I wanted more. I got rid of their leader, put myself in his place, and started running the show. I've been the one in charge ever since.
Was it absolutely necessary to cut his throat and leave the body on a public street in the well?
On the street, reputation is everything. I wanted everyone in the city to know that Jasper Kryx was taking over.
That's one way to
I
do
think they
it.
got the message.
Interesting. That was part 1, so there has to be a 2 here somewhere. Yeah, I'll take the Ultra Max. Whiskey glass. Hey, they're just leaving it around. It makes me wonder, like, what else? You know, how many other things like that are just sitting around? This looks like a locker they can open. Oh, it is. Since we're nice syringe. Pirate freebooter, huh?
I always thought head leeches were just pests. Never considered trying to raise one as a pet. Imagine having your own terrible.
Cutting board. Ball. Some coffee container. Shock troop spacesuit. I'm amazed at how much is just kind of laying around. And they don't seem to care if you just grab something. A hookah canister? That's funny. Combat knife.
Smuggling beats a real job any day.
Okay. I'm just wondering, where are there more of those slates just sitting around? Thank you for the digipick. There's nothing else in there, right? Yeah. That's just a light, yeah. Okay. Heat leech. Oh, eliminate 300 creatures.
We at all worry about this legacy chase? It's a huge drain on resources. Do we have a backup plan if it doesn't exist?
No, but do you want to be the one who brings it up to Delgado?
Good point. We call UCC staff sharks, but to the fleet, they're just bait.
That's interesting. Wood plate. Oh, here we go. Mirror's demise.
Oh, wait. Say that again. You think I'm who?
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Lionel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you? Fleet? Ecliptic? An independent?
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am. You're never concerned with the death you leave in your wake, in your pursuit of greed. You killed my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you!
Such a terrible shame. All that time and money she wasted. Ah, well. Better get rid of the body.
Okay. I think this is some of the stuff that they're talking about with helping to bring down the Crimson Fleet. Is this evidence kind of stuff here.
Is Samina seeing anyone right now? Patience. I gotta sort it.
Let me just ask you one final question before we wrap up.
Fine.
All these little
Go
pieces
ahead.
of information.
When
Very interesting
is
stuff.
enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Kryx need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you to ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job? Me, I came from nothing. Everything I own, I've literally drawn blood to gain.
There's no need to get personal. I'm simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds, and they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
Actually, before you go, Gail, there's one more thing I would like to say.
Yes, of course. What is it?
When you broadcast this interview on SSNN, I want you to remember that I'll be listening. If you edit even one word or manipulate my voice to change anything I've said, I will hunt you down and kill you in front of everyone. Do you understand?
Makes sense.
I understand. You have my word.
Okay, so there was another slate. So, I feel like that there's others I probably like overlooked and didn't even see. Let's see what's up here. notebooks. This feels like a good spot for a slate. That doesn't mean that there actually is one. What is that? Purple desk mat. Save real quick. Alright. That's not gonna work. That will work there if this works here. Okay. That works there. And this works here. Boom. And not much of anything worth. Oh, too much. I'm gonna take this stuff just so I can sell it for replacing those digibags. There has to be more. I'm just not seeing. Alien tech display. Interesting. Stolen artwork. Not gonna lie. Definitely tempted. Wait, is there... I'm wondering if there's a trade authority here. Take it. Wait, okay. Shells.
She doesn't owe you a damn thing.
There wasn't a locker in here that I opened. There was. This is the one that had. One of these has some stolen artwork here somewhere. Oh. Yeah, the key to unlock. Interesting. Million bug paperweight.
I want to play again. Ping pong table. You and me. 3 hours.
You got the crash? I don't accept loans or idle use.
Was it in here? Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's where it was. I don't remember being in here, but I probably was. Okay. That one I need a key. Weird that they have a toilet paper tube. Just sitting around in areas where it just doesn't seem to make sense. Just saying.
Tell us
Part
about
4.
your arrest.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular.
So,
Definitely one for the record books. UC Security sent an armada after our little fleet of ships and picked us off one by one
this is
until the
unfortunately all going to
remainder
be
of
out
us
of order,
made it to
but
the wheel.
something.
For a listener's benefit, that was the star station in orbit around Voli that you destroyed just before your arrest, correct?
You see, that's what they'd have you believe, but the truth is much less sinister. There was a firefight on the wheel when they tried to bring us in. We holed up, but UC Security unleashed hell. The damage they caused was catastrophic. We only surrendered so we wouldn't die when the station exploded.
Well, the UC says you set demolition charges to try and cover your tracks and make your escape.
That's their story. You'll have to go with your gut on what you think really happened. Anyway, they took us in and tossed us into the lock. That lovely resort they opened on Suvorov.
And you were imprisoned there for how long?
Well, it was supposed to be for life, Gale. But I ended up serving 2 years before I decided I'd had enough.
Is there any particular reason that you started the riots that eventually led to the worst prison break in United Colonies history?
Yes. I'm quite proud of that, actually. I honestly didn't think it would go as well as it did. As for the reason, well, it's simple. The UC were treating us like animals. The conditions in the lock were ridiculously bad and no one cared. That's why they stuck us on that ice ball in the first place. Out of sight, out of mind.
Your escape caused the deaths of many that were stationed at the lock. Some would brand that as a bit dismissive for what you're describing as a protest. If you were simply advocating for your fellow inmates, why didn't you just go through the proper channels?
And what the hell was I supposed to do? Send a strongly worded letter to my duly appointed representative? Wake up. The UC only responds to actions, not words. In my mind, there was no other choice. You know what? Let's move past my time at the lock so we can get to the point of this goddamned interview.
all right. So another deck of cards, tissues, some other stuff. Slowly finding them. I'm wondering if there's any other like random evidence in around too, though. Like some people's deaths and all that other fun stuff.
Need something?
Yeah, you have any evidence sitting around? Asking for a friend.
A slow ship will get you caught. Talk to Jazz if you need upgrades. Yeah?
We may not have official security on the key, but we are always looking out for traitors.
What, like people looking for
Everyone is going
evidence
to
of
learn
crime?
to feel the fate.
And in the process, picking up any credits that are sitting around. Fancy ice bucket. It's just a paper tray. Voss's parts, evidence. Regarding the specifications of my interface, I'm going to need to make a few minor adjustments. Gelbank is switching to an orthogonal hexabit encryption, so I want to crank up the core clock to my ARM hardware. You can probably get that equipment from Ryujin. I also need to have a storage injector port added so I can keep any damn trace packets off my system. It probably wouldn't hurt to throw in some electromag protection to it. The electrical system on the key is terrible, and a short circuit could fry the whole setup. Last but not least, I might need a few cushions for the chair and Reckoner's core. They're wearing a bit thin. Cool. Alright, some more evidence. Nice little file. Look. And, here we go, part 6.
What the future holds for the Crimson
4
Fleet.
out of the 7.
Changes are coming, Gale. Huge changes. Crimson Fleet will soon be a much bigger player in this little game between the members of the settled systems.
That's quite a bold statement. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, let's just say that I'm on the brink of a score so large, it makes everything else pale in comparison. Beyond that, you'll just have to wait and see.
If you aren't willing to discuss the details, why grant SSNN this interview?
Simple. I refuse to allow the UC to spin or bury the story, making it sound like they're in complete control of the situation. I'm gonna tell you right now, they aren't.
Why does the Crimson Fleet need to make this mysterious move that you're being so evasive about?
I know SysDef instructed you to draw this meeting out as long as possible. So let me sum this up. I intend to make sure that the Crimson Fleet becomes the United Colonies' worst nightmare. And nothing, I mean nothing in this universe, will stop me from achieving that goal.
There are those that would disagree with you and claim this interview is grandstanding, or worse, a recruitment tool. After all, SSNN reaches every corner of the settled systems, and your aspirations could inspire the directionless to turn to the fleet.
You and the sheep that listen to your garbage can believe whatever the hell you want. If you were so worried about what I had to say, you wouldn't have allowed yourself to be brought here.
Okay. It's unfortunately all in out of order, but even so, it's pretty interesting, this whole thing with the interviews. I don't need the log ever. Diary of Kayosuke Nagata. Oh, that's a pretty high value. And I sit like my grandfather and the great-grandfather before me. I know I will never leave this prison. My wife said my family was cursed. The Nagatas thought perhaps whatever spirits we had offered would leave us be when we fled Osaka. But maybe we are cursed. And all of this because I lifted baby formula. These laws are pitiless, leaving my wife, my child, with no hope. And I just sit here, getting angrier. They think they can just lock us away in some forgotten planet. But instead they feed this prison more bodies, more rage, more vengeance. One day, the warden will pay. Maybe not this warden, but they will regret their justice, and the vengeance will be the stuff of legends. From the diary of Kayosuke Nagata, an early prisoner of the lock, or in the lock, who was eventually executed for staging a prison riot. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Okay. Like, I feel like I'm missing out. Oh, there, right here. Well, I came from over here, right? Yeah. So I guess it makes sense for me to try to exit out the side door and see if there's anything there overlooked. I'm sure there's a lot I overlooked. So I know there's at least 3 more of those tablets.
A lot of us in the fleet came out of the mud. We grind for every cred, and it shows.
Okay. Yeah, I remember killing this UH.
I don't trust shielding. I got secret compartments on my ship just in case.
Okay.
If I had a billion creds, I'd run my own city, like Daiyu. Except in my town, you could do Aurora anywhere.
You want to survive?
My
gear may not be well, only the best protective gear you can find.
So the few things I'd picked up. Let's look at what he's got. Alright, not anything I'm feeling right now. Okay. Let's go to what I got. Sell. That. Sell. That. And let's sell that. Oh, I don't know if there's anything else worthwhile for me to try to dig up.
See ya.
All right, need something?
See if she's got any
Behold,
digital
my
bits.
random assortment.
Oh, ship parts. I'll take 3.
We're done here? Great.
Oh,
So,
that's
tell
part
us
3.
about Jasper Kryx's version of the Crimson Scar.
So 5
All I
of
can
those.
tell you is that under my guidance, the Crimson Scar became more influential than every other syndicate combined. Here I was, 22 years old, and I had power, people that followed my orders, and an endless stream of credits. Gale, I have to tell you, I was having the time of my life.
So you'd consider extortion, robbery, burglary, kidnapping, assault, and murder to be positive life influences?
No. I'd consider them as just means to an end. Those so-called crimes were merely stepping stones until I had enough wealth to buy the Crimson Scar a few spacecraft.
Yes, let's talk about that. It appears you weren't satisfied with terrorizing New Atlantis alone.
Oh, I've never stopped reaching, Gale. The amount of money we were making in New Atlantis was decent, but the really big scores were in space, on the cargo ships. We're talking millions of credits, maybe more. Who the hell could count it all?
Most people assume this is when the UC decided to actively set up a task force to pursue the Crimson Scar.
That's correct. Those idiots in charge of the United Colonies were clearly embarrassed that they had allowed the Crimson Scar to make the jump into space. They sent ships after us. Lots of ships. I almost think that they enjoy starting wars.
Perhaps this was the first time you had finally reached too far.
You could say that. I count my time running the Crimson Scar as a learning experience. I wouldn't say I reached too far. I'd say I reached too fast. Didn't cover all my bases. Made some stupid mistakes. One thing's for certain, though. When I was finally arrested and thrown into the lock, I had plenty to think about.
Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk.
I heard Isla's sister is some hardcore mercenary. I wouldn't get on her bad side.
Oh, public access computer. Let's check it out. Box rolls for the Nova. Don't piss me off. Everyone drinks sober. Get out. Drink at your own risk. No killing unless they deserve it. You got a grudge. Spit it out. I'm a bartender. Don't read minds. No pissing on the walls. No hugging the ping pong table. I picked the music. Alright. Message from Shayna Voss. Credits are the lifeblood of the fleet. Our entire operation would not exist if it were not for the blood, sweat, and bullets of the pirates doing the work and the consolidation of their earnings here at the Key. So let me make myself clear. While we have facilities outside the Key, I expect any funds outside the outstanding operation costs to be brought back to the Reckoner's Corps. We've had incidents where fleet members have taken over operations on various planets throughout these settled systems and skimmed a little too much off the top. Suffice to say, they paid a steep price for their lack of transparency. Make sure you don't do the same. Repair your ship. Doesn't matter if you think the bird is clean. When you dock, check with Daz and her team to do a full repair and scan your ship for any dings or bugs. Security on the station isn't just about the swarm of patrols we get out here or the 3 large batteries orbiting the Key. It's the little things, the details. We got to make sure to mind them. Okay, weight room etiquette. Wipe down your equipment. Bacteria grows in damp, warm areas. Wipe everything your skin touches. This includes the barbells and plates. Spotting. Let's try to avoid back injuries. If someone requests that you spot them, do it. Don't forget to ask how you want to be spotted. Some people like a little help lifting off. Rotating in. If there's no free bunches, it's always good to let others rotate in between your sets. Find someone your size so you don't have to change things up. Just remember, follow the rule number 1. And message board. Captain Daiyu. I worked with Captain Daiyu once. She was solid. Now, you might think I have some story to tell because that's how it is with the captains. Everyone's got their own little legend, but with Juan, I got nothing. Riding on Jade Swan was the most uneventful trip of my life. And for a smuggler, that's exactly what you want. Smooth job, no hitches. Ship modules. Just set up the shielding on my cargo, and it works like a charm. I was able to smuggle contraband to every major system without a hitch. My only complaint is that if my ship gets dinged in a dogfight, I gotta come back to the Key to get maintenance. I don't have a solution, though. I just wanted to put it out there. Also, I can confirm on the record that Radley does indeed suck. That's funny. Radley sucks. I don't have a complaint. I just want to let it be known Radley sucks harder than heat leech on a radiator. Know your rights. Seeing a lot of new faces around here, and I just want to remind you that we don't take kindly to bullying. Even at the lowest rung of the ladder, it's important to know your rights and what you're entitled to. For example, you have the right not to piss me off. You have the right not to be a whiny little rook. You have the right to shut your face. Remember your rights and exercise them liberally. It just might save your life. Radley sucks. I want to second the earlier complaint that Radley sucks. Who decided to let the trade authority on the ship anyway? I don't like that I have to see his smarmy face every time I walk to the Nova. I say we start a petition, that we put on, that he put on a mask. That's funny. That is funny. Ooh, what? Cards. I am apparently over encumbered.
Yeah?
So, so I can go in here. That is good to know. Oh, this is stuff for a shot.
You don't make it in this life without a good weapon.
Display projector.
Been hearing some stuff about the Mantis being back. If I ever find that bastard, the things I do to them.
Just want to get back there. Take a look. It's not gonna let me in. Yeah, okay, let's just look at this stuff. So knowing that the trade authority is here, I want to see if I can find the stolen...
Every captain here's earned their stripes, bleeding for the fleet.
Better get a move on before Dale sees you slacking.
Anything ship-related? Here to upgrade that ship of yours?
Yeah,
Sure. It's not like I'm busy keeping this rust bucket of a station from falling apart.
Well, I want to do repairs.
Don't worry. We should be able to piece it back together.
Okay.
Sounds like fun. Let's see what I've got.
So, ship overview. What reactors? Can I do a better reactor? Cannon, grav drive, launcher, engine. Oh, these are downgrades. Yeah. I think I just need a better ship. I think that's what I really need is a better ship. Alright, so let's get back to searching. More random stuff sitting around.
I think you need to get rid of some of that gear.
Yeah.
Kinetics, electromags, energy weapons. Nothing to substitute for a shotgun blast to the face.
Long day. I need to talk to Sabina about getting me some harder meds.
See a gun in there. Just head down this way.
The fleet protects our own, but you turn against us, and you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go back up here. Where I came from, because I if trade authorities here. Now I'm wondering if so it was in one of these playing that. No. So it was down here. It's here right now. Let me pick up the stolen artwork. We're gonna go find the trade authority. I wish I knew. Exactly what the trade authority was. Let's pick that up. I know.
I'm hearing some stuff about the Mantis being back. If I ever find that bastard, the things I do to them.
Yeah. I'd like to know. I think I'm going around in circles. So here's the Nova. Here we go. You want to go? So I'm sure there's a slate in here too. At least one. Aurora. Sure, I could theoretically sell that stuff too.
Bradley called me his friend once. It made me want to vomit.
Undiluted water with a twist of lemon. Interesting. Rook.
What is it now?
You looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
No, I'm good. No interest in even remotely talking to you.
Yeah.
Food around here is what you'd expect. Cheap, fast, really limited.
Smuggling needs a real job any day.
The Cerdo complex. Paradiso. Except for Paradiso complex, a novel quite obviously written the Paradiso group in the attempt to market the resort to a wider audience. The writing is often atrocious and hard to take seriously. She felt the warm, perfect air on her face. Maribel paused to adjust the straps in her bikini, then threw the ball back to Billy, who was sipping a nice, cool, perfectly mixed Perfection Aqua Blast from Paradiso Cantina. He thought about the days, just how days ago he was toiling away in the office, building a new in an office building in New Atlantis, but somehow this trip to Paradiso had been the best thing that's ever happened to him. Paradiso might be the best thing to happen to anyone, he said as he playfully batted the ball out of the way. Maribel laughed. I've been to every resort in the galaxy, and none of them are as perfect as Paradiso. This is really bad. She bit her lip and sauntered over to Billy. Do you want to go back to my exclusive Paradiso Beach Cabana rental unit? Wow, very wordy. I got it for a very reasonable price, and has all the latest comforts and amenities you'd expect from a luxurious, top-quality resort. Billy nodded yes, and then later, maybe we can go to Simmons Rooftop Lounge for some of the best live entertainment and most delicious mixed drinks this side of the settled systems. The rest of the novel is just too painful to read.
That's funny. Too many missions. Not enough time. Ask Jazz about any ship upgrades. Nothing worse than a pirate ship with no personality.
They put a bitten shit sandwich up there, combat knife. That's funny. Screwdriver. That feels about right. Oh, that's Nova Bar computer. Let's check it out. Drinks? Some of the mates have been complaining about watered down drinks. Like it's my fault we're serving this piss. Not my fault. They haven't been putting in the work to keep us supplied the way we should be. Maybe they should spend less time hanging at the bar and more at the mission boards. Rats. Nevaeh's on edge lately. Part of it is vouching for Rake. She's been burned before. What's bloody changed the timing? What's bloody changed this his timing? We're spread thinner than a Marmite right now, and the whole crew knows it. Maybe this new rook will pan out, and if things keep going bad, it's going to be like rats leaving a sinking ship. Well,
Certainly.
Part 5 of the interview.
Let's talk about something else. How did the Crimson Scar become the Crimson Fleet?
After I busted out of the lock, I decided to take things to the next level. I had the key, a few UC ships, and a couple dozen ex-cons at my side. But I needed more, so I sent out the call. Once word got around, it didn't take long for freelance pirates from every corner of the settled systems to show up.
And this is how the Crimson Fleet was born.
Exactly. The key became our base of operations. We spent months reinforcing our position there, making it
Hey, thanks for stopping in, Grace Abram.
approach.
Yeah, I appreciate the
What was
follow.
the UC's response to the situation?
First of all, UC Security gave up and handed the reins over to the big guns, the UC Navy. The Navy, in turn, sent ships to attack the key. I'd say there have been 3 major attacks over the last few years. And as you can tell by the fact we're having this interview, all the attacks were embarrassing failures.
Do you feel these embarrassing failures led them to form UC systems?
Absolutely. They've clearly given up and decided to shove the responsibility onto a separate division. That way, in the public eye, the UC Navy can move forward, proud and strong, while UC SysDef continually takes all the blame. It's all about PR spin for them, Gale. That's how the UC operates. Kinda disgusting, don't you think?
Sounds a bit like you're trying to deflect attention off the atrocities the Crimson Fleet commits on a daily basis.
Atrocities, huh? How about fighting the Freestar Collective over a bunch of rocks hanging in space? How about thousands of people dying while a bunch of pencil-pushing bastards sit in a cushy office and draw lines on a star map? Maybe the United Colonies should stop the bullshit and take a hard look in the mirror to see who the monsters really are.
Why are you bothering to carry all that junk?
Because I want to. I have ship's parts. I need to put them in the ship. We need them. For repairs and battle and all that fun stuff. Don't give me a hard time.
Are you looking to start something? Cause I'll finish it.
If that's you talking to me, that adds so much level of humor to this.
I used to work for more monkey suit and everything. Seems like a different time.
So it's Bob.
But first, another drink.
Okay.
strong enough to knock me out.
Drinks is
Need a drink?
Raccoon's
Borg at the Last Nova will be more than happy to take your
I think this is where I need to go for. What? Alright, I think this is where I originally. I'm gonna go back in here. I have to find the Trade Authority guy here. Got some stuff I want to sell.
The Nova's always open for business. So is the fleet.
So it's a marketplace. Well, I guess let's go in here.
If it's hard to find, I've probably got it.
Here's the question.
I hope you came with credits. Now you're speaking my language.
Sell. Miscellaneous. Stone artwork. Okay. Medical supplies. Resources. Yeah, Aurora starts with an A. Apparently she's not going to take it. I may have to just drop the Aurora, to be honest. Oh, wait. Carrier of the Cosmos. Let's sell that. Constellation Guide. Let's see here. Let's sell this. Welcome's writing. Ship repair fundamentals. Okay. Currently I have 2 of those, so I can sell 1. Spacer communications. Yeah, so I need to find 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. To find 1 more. That's funny. Yeah, let's sell that because I don't think I'll need that. Okay, well that gives me. Oh yeah, I have an extra pack here. I can sell that. That puts me at almost even. Let me look at Misk again. I could probably sell that. I'm sure I have stuff here I can just sell. Let's see, spice, toxin, tungsten. 2 of those. This puts me under. Throwables. I guess I could sell a few of these. That should reduce. Oh wait, oh, they won't take weapons either. Okay.
Come back and see me sometime.
Yeah, so I checked out everything. Oh, Trade Authority. I'm sure they'll take a war.
I hope you've brought me something interesting. What'll it be, friend? Buying, selling? The Trade Authority takes anything and... The fleet's got an impressive commerce. They even managed a legitimate business on the Key is like no other.
Okay.
Not everyone thinks so. I'm still Trade Authority, not a part of the fleet. There are a few, Neva included, that see me as an outsider. Regardless, as long as the fleet has goods to push, the Trade Authority will always maintain a presence on the Key.
All right, let's talk business.
Always looking forward to something mutually beneficial.
All right, I want to look at ammo. Yeah, I want all of his Ultra Mag. I think there's like a bunch of other stuff I might have like that. This might be something else I need. I don't know. I'm probably spending too much. Okay, let's go back here. I'm pretty sure I have some weapons I can get rid of. Let's see here. Justifier. This. Am I going to use this? That's the thing. It's a rifle. Yeah, like some of these are just pretty freaking sweet. Oh, I need 0.5 MI. Okay. Let me go back. Oh, that's pretty sweet too. How often am I going to use that though? That's the real question. Okay. Ammo. Yeah, take as much of that as possible. Okay. So sell. Weapons. Sell that. Yeah, just some of these it's hard to like want to get rid of. I have to just store them in my ship. Shatter Shock. Oh, this is a pretty sweet gun too. 31 rounds left. Let's just sell it. And this, I will only use this in a time of need. I'm going to sell it, I think. Okay, let's see what I have on my ship. You sell some of this cobalt. Sell 4. Maybe a little bit of this copper too. So I need to make sure my ship has enough room for me to have some more ship parts on it. Oh yeah, definitely some of this fluorine. Plenty of iron here. Let's sell some of that. Some of this lead. that should help. More than enough pigment, I'm sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Sell a little bit of silver. Some of this. Some of that. Feel like I could sell more. 0 wire. Okay. So let's go to me again. I still have too much crap. Oh, but I do have those ship parts. So texture pack. Hey, wait a second here. What about the Aurora, right? Is it under aid? Huh. Well, buy these. This is buy. So that's part of my issue. Was I buying stuff that I was trying to sell? No. I don't think so. Oh, sell. All right, let's go to A's. Here we go. Sell, and sell. Sell these. Rhubarb, huh? Let's look at this aid stuff here, right? What can I sell that I won't need? This Pilsner, Cabernet. I probably won't be using these. Like, I'm sure I could find situations where I probably don't need this much cheese. Sell. Chunks of apple. Unpackaged. Okay, interesting. Yeah, let's sell that. I don't know if I'm going to use any of this. Let's just sell all of it. Let's see. Frostwolf. Chill, mobilizer. Like, some of these I'll definitely use. Med pack, junk flush, and orange. Let's do that. So I have a bunch of these. Let's sell like half of them. I don't think I need that many. Ooh. Interesting. Let's see, protein bar. And health, snake oil, sparkling water. Squall. So one of those. Interesting. Oh, I didn't know that. That might be helpful. I'll sell a couple of these. But that's interesting. Synth meat. Yeah, these only bring 2 health. Synth veal. watermelon. Yeah. Okay. That helped a lot. It's clearing out some of this stuff here. Okay. All right. I have so many weapons still, though. I like the Deadeye. It's a fun-looking weapon. Oh, I guess I could get rid of one. Oh, see, this was a good weapon. I think it's silenced, too. I might be wrong. Yeah, I have to just throw some of these onto my ship. All right, I think I did pretty good there. And I sold the Aurora.
Find anything of value, bring it here first.
Let me see. Are one of the thingies here? Hazardtron battery.
Let's see what we have now. I was hoping you'd say that.
I wanted to see if he had digipacks. And I may have already bought all his digipacks. Let's go to all. Real quick, just make sure I didn't overlook it. C. D. Yeah.
Remember, all trades are restriction-free.
Any troubles you need to share?
Always ask for a bigger cut. It's all about making those credits.
So that's the bar. Right. Oh, this is the clinic. Maybe it's in the clinic. Fruit cellar. Surgical tray. Trauma pack.
Always listen to Delgado, unless you want to get keel-hauled across the key.
What do you need?
I feel like I've been pretty much everywhere. Obviously I haven't, or I've overlooked a spot. Trade Authority.
I'm just saying, we have that in common. My prices may be high, but these goods ain't exactly easy to find.
Gear, weapons. Crimson Fleet guy.
If you need credits, hit up the mission boards at the core.
I got excited for no reason. I'm positive there's at least one area I have not been to. Oh, there it is. There's
Hello,
the first one.
everyone. I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactic. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled systems. His ruthlessness and desire for wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list for every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself, Jasper Kryx. Good evening, Mr. Kryx.
Good evening, Gale. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes, well, being blindfolded and then grav jumped to what appears to be an abandoned mining facility isn't exactly what I'd call an invitation.
Well, I'm sure you're not surprised that your request for an interview would come with some very specific conditions.
Frankly, I was a bit surprised to receive any type of response at all. Would you mind telling me why you decided to do this interview?
Because there comes a time in every pirate's life where they have to make an extremely important decision. Do they take a leap and become one of the most legendary pirates in history? Or do they simply sputter on, subsisting on freighters and deep space privateers?
So are we to assume that you're taking the leap? That Jasper Kryx is moving on to bigger and better things in his life?
That's spot on, Gale. That's exactly why you're here.
Interesting. Well then, would you mind sharing with us exactly what your particular leap entails?
In due time. There's no rush. In fact, I'd say we have at least 12 hours before the authorities trace this broadcast. Plenty of time to discuss whatever you like.
Oh, all right then. Perhaps the best place to start this interview would be at the beginning of your career.
Please, proceed.
Alright, that's all 7 of those. Can't believe I overlooked that. No, you call me a rook. But I know I can kick your butt. Let's see if there's any more evidence here.
I don't trust shielding. I got secret compartments on my ship just in case.
What's that? Oh, Aurora. Good to know for future evidence. Thermos. Meal pack. Is that a wood decoration?
What kind of name is SysDef anyway?
Look, I
You
need
got
to
stuff to smuggle. I've got the stuff to hide it.
need to carefully look around, look for any other information that might be helpful. Let me report to them.
I heard Isla's sister is some hardcore mercenary. I wouldn't get on her bad side.
Security access.
Been hearing some stuff about the Mantis being back. If I ever find that bastard, the things I do to them.
Inferno mine, huh? I'll take that. Why not? Gun opener. What's up? Okay, I think. That's every spot for me to look. Only found 2 potential slaves.
Ship services? You need it, I've got it.
Okay, while I'm here on the ship, please move out of my way. I have a bunch of stuff.
People say I need more hobbies.
So let me transfer. Miscellaneous. For my inventory. No, as a resources, and then ship parts. Resources, maybe it is misc. I keep forgetting I had this Samson's art. So it's Razor Leaf. Hey, Eldest Kibbo 67. I'm doing good. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. Oh yeah, it sucks. I ain't getting sick at all. I was checking out your streams, and yeah, I've been enjoying them. What was that pirate one you were playing? Yeah, no problem, bud. That pirate one looked interesting. It looked like a pirate one. So you're on a ship, and I meant to write down what you were playing at the time, and I completely forgot before I had to leave. Sea of Thieves. Okay, cool. I may have to go check that out. That looked like it was a lot of fun. I think it's in here. Yeah. No, it's all right.
Writing about you, thinking about you.
I want to throw some guns in here too. So we will throw... I don't need two of these, right? So I'll put this in storage. And I think this too. For now. And why not the mute here also? Okay. Oh, it's all PvP? Oh, I didn't... Okay. All right, I didn't get that while watching.
Talking about you. That's 3 right there.
Yeah, one of the other shoes I caught was Fallout. I was enjoying watching that. Yeah, if you guys like Bethesda games, go make sure you're following Eldest Kibble's 67.
I'm
67.
Following in your footsteps right now. It's so cool.
I think I'm going to make the jump to where I need to go, and then I'm going to, I think, end the stream. Yeah, they're fun to play at the Bethesda games. All right, I think I'm going to call it here. I appreciate you guys watching. If you're watching over on Twitch, username is CryptoStroXD. Throw me a follow, please. Also over on Kick, username there is CryptoStro. Please do give me a follow over there. And of course, if you happen to be watching this on YouTube at a later date, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.